Okay, I think we'll get started. Today we're going to talk about the isothermal compressibility and the coefficient of thermal expansion for these heterogeneous mixtures. So the isothermal compressibility is defined as minus, and that's just a convention, 1 over V partial P. So this is, if we're in isothermal conditions, it's the compressibility of the material with pressure. Now, a lot of things that as I mentioned earlier, a lot of things that we're doing is going back and forth between volume and density. So here's our expression for our relationship between volume and density. So let's look at this derivative, dv dp, and my p's and my rho's here get kind of close, look similar. So dv dp equals dv d rho dp. So this is just the fix this here, a little more clear, d rho dp. This is just the chain rule. So here's our minus m over p squared, the derivative of v with respect to rho, and then we carry we've converted now to the derivative of rho with respect to p. So then this tells us, just by substitution, we can get an expression for the coefficient of thermal expansion here in terms of, the isothermal compressibility in terms of density. Likewise, we would do a very similar thing here, use the chain rule and such to get a relationship for the coefficient of thermal expansion. Notice there's no minus sign here, and that's just also a matter of convention. Okay, well, let's see. Let's see how these are related to the concentration. So we've always been sort of hoping for nice equations to work with where we have the whole system on the one side is then a weighted sum of the system on the other side. So let's see if we get that here for these two properties. So this is what we had for 1 over rho in terms of the mass percent from lecture number 2. So what we're going to do now is we're going to apply an implicit differentiation to this equation, and we'll differentiate with respect to x, and x could be either p or t. So you notice how similar these are, just a difference of a minus sign and then swapping out t and p. So let's just do it all at once. So let's differentiate then both sides, and we get a minus 1 over p squared equals minus phi m over, or not p squared, rho squared, minus phi m over rho p squared, and then this is the density of just the particle, and then here we have a minus then the density of the host material. So for isothermal compressibility, x is p, so let's put this in here. Now we'll pull out, let's pull out a 1 over rho. So here's our 1 over rho squared, and then the minus sign is going to be gone because we can cancel each of these minus signs, right? So actually let's not cancel those. Let's put them in here, because we want this to match the definition. I missed the convention there. So isothermal compressibility of the whole thing, okay, times 1 over rho here. And then look what we see here. This is the same format, right, for the individual particle. And again, this is a thermodynamic entity in and of itself. So this is the isothermal compressibility of that material. And again, we have a similar structure, a 1 over rho, but now it's the rho of the particle. And then coming along is the mass ratio, the mass percent here. And likewise for the host density as well. And so we see here, we get a relationship, but it's not as clean as we have gotten there last lecture, for example, with internal energy and with enthalpy. We have a reciprocal density relationship here. So 1 over rho times isothermal compressibility and then this weighted average, but including a factor of the density of each of these. So not quite as clean. We could do this very same thing, and maybe you want to just work out this for the coefficient of thermal expansion, and we get a similar relationship here. So not as clean, but this is how these guys are related. Now, I'm going to make the claim that there actually is a nice relationship when we talk about the volume percent. So what we'll do here is a different approach mathematically to get this equation, to express this equation. So let's start with the right-hand side of this equation. So I'm going to just take this, put it over here. This is equal, and we'll use the definition, we'll use this definition with volume, not density. So let's express the volume percent as what it is, right? This should not be volume. This should be volume here. So let's express the volume percent as it is. And what is this? That is just volume of the host over the total volume. And then let's express this definition. So this definition is just this with the minus sign. And then this definition is just this with the minus sign. So what we see here is we get a cancellation, and we're left with this. Now let's pull out a minus 1 over v, and then we see we have these two derivatives. So we have the sum of the derivatives, but a derivative is a linear operator. So the derivative of a sum is the sum of the derivatives. So let's say that in reverse. The sum of the derivatives is the derivative of the sum. So I can write this as the derivative of the sum because of the linearity of the derivative. And then what is the sum? The sum is just v, and so this is the isothermal compressibility for the system. Likewise, this is the expression for coefficient of thermal expansion. So maybe you can try to work that out yourself.